Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss direct and indirect speech. This video is in continuation with the previous video where we have discussed how to change simple sentence from direct to indirect speech. Today we are going to discuss how to change interrogative sentences from direct to indirect speech. So here we go. Shall we start with the very first point, that is reporting verb is changed to say will change into ask or inquire. So reporting verb from direct speech, say will change into ask or inquire. If it is said, will change into ask or inquired. Now, second point. Before we discuss this point, I would like to tell you, dear students, we have two kinds of interrogative. One is interrogative with helping verb, another is interrogative with WH word. If we have to change interrogative with helping verb from direct to indirect, we need to use the conjunction if or whether. Whereas if we have to change interrogative with WH word from direct to indirect, we need not to use any kind sort of conjunction. Even WH word itself works as a conjunction. So let's have a look to the rules. The interrogative sentence is changed into a statement by placing the subject before the verb and the full stop is put at the end of a sentence. What does it mean? While changing from direct to indirect, interrogative sentence become simple statement, and we'll not be using question mark at the end of a sentence. We'll be using full stop. Now, third point. If or whether is used after the reporting verb when the question begins with a helping verb. So what you have to keep in mind, if it is interrogative with helping verb, we'll be using conjunction if or whether, any one of them. Now, next point. If the question begins with a question word like WH word, we can say who, what, which, why, how, where, when, etc. No conjunction is used to connect the reporting speech with the principal clause. So here this point you need to keep in mind while changing from direct to indirect. If the interrogative it is in WH form, we need not to use any sort of conjunction. Even WH word itself works as a conjunction. Now, next point. The conjunction that is not used after the reporting clause. As I've told you, that conjunction we are using in the simple statement. While changing the simple statement from direct to indirect, we are using conjunction that. But while changing the interrogative statement from direct to indirect, we will not use the conjunction that. These points you need to keep in mind for easily conversion of direct to indirect. So let's have a look for the examples. Let's have a look to the very first example, that is, he said to me, will you go there? So here this is interrogative with helping verb. Will you go there? While changing from direct to indirect, very first change, reporting verb will change into ask. It is said, so will change into ask. He asked me. It is interrogative with helping verb. So we'll be using conjunction whether, if or whether, any one of them. So we have used if. He asked me if. Dear students, we have discussed in the previous video that if reporting verb is in the past tense, there are certain changes regarding the tenses in reported speech. If it is in present tense, it will present simple will change into past simple. So some sort of rules we have discussed in the previous video. So I have told you will change into would. If reporting verb is in past tense, will change into would. Here I have told you that interrogative sentence while changing into indirect speech will become a simple sentence. So after if, you can see we have to make it simple sentence. So you as second person will change according to the object of reporting verb. It will become I would go there. While changing from direct to indirect, it's easy. I would go there. Dear students, if you face any problem that how can we change interrogative sentence from direct to indirect, so you can make it simple one. How come? While placing you before will and will before after you. So it will become you will go there. So it's easier now. You can easily change you will become according to the second object of reporting verb will become I would go there. In both ways, it's easy to change if you remind all those rules. Now, second sentence. He said to me, "Are you joining our club?" Said to will change into asked. Are you joining? If you want to go like this, in this way only, interrogative form you want to change from direct to indirect, you can change. If you face it a bit difficult, you can make it simple one, you before R and R after you. So it will become simple statement and you can easily change it. We'll be using conjunction whether or if anyone. Then you can see you as second person will change according to the object, become I. You can see are you joining our club is present continuous tense. Because reporting verb is in past tense, so present continuous tense will change into past continuous tense. So it will be I was joining their club. Now, next sentence. The teacher said to me, "Have you solved the sum?" Again is the interrogative sentence with helping verb. In the same way, we'll change said to will asked or inquired. Conjunction A for whether anyone. Have you solved the sum? You is second person. Subject of reported speech is second person, will change according to the object of reporting verb will become I. It is which tense? Have you solved the sum? Present perfect tense. Reporting verb is in the past tense. Present perfect tense will change into past perfect tense. I had solved the sum. I have told you, dear students, in the same way you can do. Either you can make it a simple statement while keeping you before have and have after you. So it will be you have solved the sum, and in this way you can change and we'll put full stop. Now, next statement. I said to him, "What are you doing these days?" This is interrogative with WH word. So I told you when we have to change the interrogative with WH word, we will not be using any sort of conjunction. Same reporting verb will change into ask. I asked him. What will be conjunction itself? Are you doing these days? Which tense it is, dear students? It is present continuous tense. Reporting verb is in past tense. It will change into past continuous. So how it will be? What he was doing these days. You know, you is use the subject of reported speech will change according to the object. Him, it will become he. Present continuous will change into past continuous. Was doing these days. Now, next sentence, dear students. Ali said to me, "When will you return?" So how will change into indirect speech? Said to ask. When itself work as a conjunction. Will you return? Will change into would because reporting verb is in past tense. When I would return. Dear students, you need to keep this point very much in your mind that you need to change this interrogative statement into simple one. We will not be using question mark over here. We will be using simple full stop. In WH word itself work as a conjunction. We need to recall the rules we have discussed in the previous video, that if reporting verb is in past tense, which kind of changes will be there in reported speech form while changing from direct to indirect. Now, next statement. I said to him, "Where are you going?" Will change into I asked him where he was going. I hope you must have understood, dear students. If you face any problem, keep noting and do ask me. In next video, we'll continue with the imperative sentences, how to convert imperative sentence into direct to indirect. Thank you and have a nice day.